Thank you, and congratulations to all the recipients. One true thing that was mentioned is I am one of Coach Walker's past players, and just to let you know right off the bat, my life changed in 1979 when he entered Habersham Central High School. My senior year, he came in and was announced the head football coach at Habersham Central, and I was privileged to play for him for 1 year, but he impacted my life and many others that we'll see throughout this little bit of information on him. But it's an honor and privilege for me to be up here representing not only past players but past coaches and co-workers, because so many of you worked with Coach Walker throughout the GACA and the schools that he represented. As you look back on a career, and there's many good Georgia high school football coaches, all sports coaches, and accolades and things that accomplished. But it's hard to look at what Coach Walker has accomplished and just be amazed at some of the things that he has done. I want to mention that first, and then I want to tell you the real reason why he's in this room. But 43 years of coaching, 42 of them in the state of Georgia. He has won over 300 ball games. His record is 302, 150, and 3. His championships, he has state championship. He has 2 runner-ups. He has 5 semifinals. He has 10 region championships. Coach of the Year, he was GACA Coach of the Year 10 times. Atlanta Journal-Constitution and Atlanta Touchdown Club Coach of the Year twice. His service that he gave back to the community and the state of Georgia and to the coaches through the GACA on the board of directors, vice president, and working up to being the president. 19 years from 1981 through almost 2000 of working in the GACA. His service with the GHSA the last 11 years on the executive committee has put forth a lot of his time and efforts into our state and our sports. One thing that can be said about Coach Walker is he's won everywhere he's been. Kind of like some of these other coaches that have mentioned, he has always took a program and made it better when he left there. I would like to recognize his wife, Adisha, and his children, Lee and Kyle, and Chip, and his grandchildren, Trey and Brian. If y'all will stand up, please. Many of you know, and we've had 2 or 3 happen since then with Coach Lamb and Coach Maloof, but Coach Walker and Chip were the first in the state of Georgia in the history of a father-son state championship. Chip's kind of outnumbered him now. He's went on and won 3. But I know that was a very proud moment for Coach Walker. Now, that was his accomplishments. And through all these accomplishments and milestones, the numbers are what make you a Hall of Fame, I'm sure. But let me tell you what makes you a coach, and it's been mentioned up here by Coach Dorsey and a lot of these other coaches. This is what makes you a coach. First thing I want to do is, and I've just noticed looking around, I would like for, if you coached with or played for Coach Walker, would you please stand? That's amazing. Coach Walker's numbers are right up there with everybody else, and just milestones and accolades are unbelievable. But the things that he does is the relationships and the lives he impacts and the influences. Coach Walker had a calling, and the calling was to coach. And the calling was to coach and be there to love and influence kids. And that's what he's done through these people that you just saw stand up. He demanded the best on the field, he demanded the best in the classroom, and he demanded the best out on the community streets. He was tough, he was disciplined, his character, and everything was with class. It was said by one of the Marist coaches back when we used to play Marist that they admired Coach Walker for just the way that he ran his program, because it was always done with first class. Whether we walked off the field a victor or we walked off the field and lost, it was done with class. He helped over hundreds of kids go to college, and a handful of them played in the pros. His relationship with them is still amazing today, as seen right here with these kids that have come to be with him today. As far as his coaches, He had the same toughness and discipline and character, but there was a loyalty there that was unbelievable. Many coaches today are where they're at because of Coach Walker and his guidance and his leadership and his impact on their life. He taught not by what your title was, by your name. I remember one time I went into his office and I said, Coach, I want a title. And he let me know real quick it wasn't the title that was by your name. It was how you taught the kids, and rather it was all about the kids. He had a way of doing things. It was his way. It was the expected way. I remember going out in Stevens County and coaching with him. He gave me a big, long practice schedule, which was about 5 pages, and it had lines all over it. And I couldn't even read it because I got it about 3:15. And I'd sit out there and I'd coach on those fields, and I tried to have 3 eyes, if I could have 3 eyes, because I had one eye on my practice schedule, I had one eye on my player, and I was always trying to find him to see if he was looking at me, to see if I was doing it the right way. But he had an expected way. There's so many memories that we shared, and all these people sharing the field with him. Coach, we just want to tell you today that we're proud of you and to be able to share this day with you. We love you. We have been blessed to share this time in your life. You have impacted so many people that words cannot say. Congratulations on a well-deserved career. Coach Rodney Walker, 2014 Hall of Fame.